Can humans really survive without the sun? The chilling truth. The sun is the center of our solar system and it gives us life. But what if it disappeared? How long could humans survive without the sun? What would happen to the Earth if the sun were to go out like a candle flame? Welcome to our channel where we bring you the craziest and weirdest facts from all around the world. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. Today's question is, can humans really survive without the sun? You may think this question is quite stupid because we obviously need the sun to survive. But wait a second. Do we really? Let's find out. As we know, the sun is a star that sits in the middle of our solar system, and there are 8 planets that orbit around it. It takes light 8 minutes to reach the Earth from the sun. This is because the sun is about 94 million miles away from the Earth. Every living thing on the Earth depends on the sun for its existence. All living things on the Earth are made up of cells, and cells need sunlight to make food. Plants absorb sunlight through their leaves and use it to make food through photosynthesis. Animals eat plants or other animals that have eaten plants and thus get energy from the sun. But let's say the sun disappears tomorrow. What will happen then? How long can humans survive without the sun? As we know, the sun gives us heat and light, and the Earth revolves around the sun. So, what will happen to the Earth if the sun disappears? Don't worry, we've got it all covered. What if the sun exploded? If the sun suddenly stopped giving off light and heat, but continued to exist, it would be a huge problem for humans and the rest of life on Earth. Within 1 hour of the sun's disappearance, all electronic devices that are not connected to a backup power source would run out of battery. Within 1 hour, people would realize how serious the situation was. Within 2 days, most food would spoil due to the lack of refrigeration. Within 3 days, all water sources would be frozen over and people would start to dehydrate. Within 1 week, people would begin to die from dehydration and starvation. Within 2 weeks, Earth would turn into a frozen wasteland. Within 1 month, Earth would become an ice cube floating in space. Within 6 months, Earth would be completely frozen, and any remaining life forms would freeze to death. Within 1 year, Earth would continue to drift aimlessly through space. Within several million years, Earth will be bombarded by asteroids and other space debris. Within billions of years, Earth will become part of the sun once again. If the sun continued to exist but stopped revolving, the Earth would still receive some light and heat, but it wouldn't be enough to support life as we know it. So humans would need to find a new source of energy quickly. We could use nuclear power, but that would eventually run out. We could use fossil fuels, but those would release too much carbon dioxide into the atmosphere and cause global warming. We could try to harness the energy of the wind, but that wouldn't be enough to keep our cities running. We could try to harness the energy of the tides, but that wouldn't be enough to keep our factories producing goods. We could try to harness the energy of the waves, but that wouldn't be enough to power our trains or buses. We could try to harness the energy of geothermal vents, but that wouldn't be enough to keep our computers working. And besides, they might not work anyway without the power grid. So basically, if the sun were to disappear, humans would be screwed. There is no way we could survive without it. But what if the sun never existed? Well, first off, the Earth would just be a barren frozen rock. No light, no heat. You couldn't even see or feel anything. Life as we know it couldn't exist. That's because the sun is what makes life possible on Earth. It provides the light and heat that all living things need to survive. Without the sun, there would be no plants, no animals, no humans. The sun is also what makes our planet habitable. It keeps the Earth at a comfortable temperature and protects us from harmful radiation from space. Without the sun, the Earth would be a frozen wasteland. The sun is also what makes our planet go around. It's the gravitational pull of the sun that keeps the Earth in orbit. Without the sun, the Earth would fly off into outer space. The sun is also what causes day and night. It takes the Earth 27 days to rotate once on its axis. This rotation causes day and night. Without the sun, we would have no day and night. It would always be dark. The sun is also what causes the seasons. The tilt of the Earth on its axis causes the seasons. Without the sun, we would have no seasons. It would always be summer. The sun is also what causes weather. The uneven heating of the Earth by the sun causes convection currents in the atmosphere. These convection currents cause winds and clouds and rain and snow. Without the sun, we would have no weather. It would always be dark, cloudy, and cold. Do you remember when the sun went out in the movie Interstellar? In the movie, the sun went out and the Earth froze over. This is exactly what would happen if the sun disappeared. Our planet would become a giant ice cube. Even though the sun is very far away, its gravity would still keep the Earth in orbit. So we would still be able to see the sun, but it would just be a big ball of gas that doesn't give off any light or heat. We would be able to see all the stars in the sky during the day, and it would be freezing cold. Now, if you're wondering what would happen if the sun were to explode, well, that wouldn't be any better. If the sun were to explode, it would vaporize the Earth along with every other planet in the solar system. There is a saying that goes, when the sun goes down, the darkness comes up. This is what would happen if the sun were to disappear. Darkness would come up. It would be pitch black and freezing cold. No birds would sing, no trees would sway in the wind, no flowers would bloom. All life on Earth would cease to exist. The sun is what gives us light and heat, and without it, we would be dead. In conclusion, the sun is what gives us life. Without it, we would be dead. So let's just hope it doesn't disappear anytime soon. Let's move on to some interesting questions related to today's topic. Can humans survive without oxygen? Yes, we can. Humans can survive without oxygen for about 15 seconds. After that, we start to suffocate. Can humans survive without water? No, we cannot. Humans need water to survive. We can only survive for about 3 days without water. Can humans survive without food? Yes, we can. Humans can survive without food for about 30 days. After that, we start to get very weak and our bodies start to break down. Can humans survive without sleep? No, we cannot. Humans need sleep to survive. We can only survive for about 11 days without sleep. After that, we start to become delirious and our bodies start to shut down. Now it's time for the most important question of all. Can humans survive without the sun? The answer is no. We cannot survive without the sun. We need the sun for light, heat, food, and water. Without the sun, we would be dead. How long do you think you could survive without the sun? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.